Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Frederick. The good word. All right, guys. Good to see you another day. Glad to be here. All right, let's get this episode started. Okay. Give me a second, guys, while I look up today's Bible verse. Okay. We have Matthew 10:36. Let's see here. Uh, okay, and that is Matthew 10:36, family. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household. Woo! Amen. I know that all too well. Okay, guys. All right. Let's see. Yes, that's very true. Matthew 10 is right in the book. Matthew 10:36 says, enemies, a man's enemies will be the members of his own household. Sad but true. Okay, guys. So, we got to do the quote of the day. Let's get into the quote of the day here. And that is by the late, great Jackie Robinson. Oh, wow. I got a lot of respect, admiration for that man. He set the tone for all the Shaqs, all of the sugar, let's see, Shaq, John Brown, Jim Brown, everyone. Michael Jordan. You don't have any of these guys. You don't have Hank Aaron. You don't have any of these guys without Jackie Robinson. Okay. And his famous quote I'd like to give you guys is, I'm not concerned with your liking or disliking me. All I ask is that you respect me as a human being. Woo! Oh my God. I got to say that again, guys. Jackie Robinson, I'm not concerned with your liking or disliking me. All I ask is you respect me as a human being. Simply put, great man. I think he doesn't get enough. I know Major League Baseball retired number 42. And Chad Boseman, oh gosh, I'm murdering his name. I don't even know why. I have the hardest time remembering, because everybody thinks of him as Black Panther. But Chadwick Boseman, that's how it goes. I think I'm saying it. Yeah, Boseman. Okay, don't want. He was a great actor, but he did a great job in that movie, Jackie Robinson. But I think Jackie Robinson does not get enough credit as to who he was and what he did. I don't think people really understand that being that first one to go through those stadiums, to experience being spit on, talked about, yelled all sorts of profanity, all sorts of everything you can imagine, thrown trash on them, everything from stadium to stadium. This man did this. Educated man, God-fearing man. He went through this, and I have no doubt that led him to a short life, experiencing that amount of hate, vitriol, for no reason other than the color of his skin. Pure evil is what he experienced, pure evil. He walked through the depths of hell, okay? And he did it for the greater good. So I really believe that a spirit of soul like that, when you look at people like Jackie Robinson, I mean, what we go through, it's nothing compared to what that man experienced, okay? So just want to say that I really have a lot of admiration for Jackie Robinson. Me being I guess you say, a amateur athlete all my life, always, worked out, always played all sorts of sports. So I really have a connection to that, okay? At least a piece of loving athletics. All right, guys, let's get into today what I want to talk about. We're going to talk about seeing things as they are, okay? Simply put, seeing things as they are, okay? That's very important in life. Seeing things, people, as they are, not as what you want them to be. It's very important that you see things and treat it exactly as it is. Now, I know you might say, Mr. Frederick, what do you mean by that? Well, I mean that if you're a good-hearted person, if you're full of love, if you are an individual who likes to see the brighter side of things, you're positive, you're optimistic, and that's what I've always considered myself, very optimistic person. One pitfall that you can fall into is you're so optimistic that you see the good in everything and everybody. And that can spill into the toxic positivity, toxic positivity. I mean, it's real, where you can become borderline delusional. And this is why I tell you, you must see people, especially people like Matthew 10:36 says, your own household, people that, you would literally, at one time, you would probably lay down your life for these people. However, it's not returned. It's not mutual. Okay. It's not, and to me, that's not wise. If it's not mutual, if that person doesn't love you, no. Okay. like Malcolm X, the great Malcolm X quote. It said, black people, we're God-loving people. We love who love us. And that's very true. That's smart. That's wise. Someone doesn't care about you. They don't love you. Put your hands up. Yeah, they might be your blood. You might love them from a distance, but you have to measure that love. It can't be an unconditional, unwavering. No, they don't care nothing about you. You can give them excuses. You can say, oh, well, such and such told them this happened, and they heard it. No, listen. Get that out of your head. If that person does not love you, I don't care if it's your twin. I don't care if you are attached, if you're a kinetic Siamese. I don't care what it is. It's extremely dangerous for you not to see it as it is. Situations. See situations as they are. If you feel uncomfortable going certain places, it's not in your head. That's God talking to you. You don't need to go there. Don't, let people, and I've been a victim of this in the past, my past life, where, someone will convince me to go somewhere, and I'm like, I don't really want to go there. I don't really want to celebrate that. That person's really hasn't shown me any love, respect, hasn't really shown me any, why am I going there? And then, you get them all, they'll team up because they all have a certain spirit and you have a certain spirit. We all have individual spirit, souls, okay? So they'll all get together. Hey, no, come on, go. You should be, why are you being? And they gaslight you. You know in your spirit, you shouldn't go there. This person don't have no love for you. You know that. But you trying to be a positive person, maybe, give them benefit of doubt. Maybe I should try to give love because you're a loving person. You want to give love, but that person has not shown you love. You're not stupid. And you might go along with it. And then later you're like, man, got me again. You got to understand who you are and your love. And you got to understand that when you're around individuals that don't have that heart, don't have that love, recognize that they are not going to convince you. Nothing that comes from them is going to be good for you. You're two different types of individuals. They need to stay on their side of the street and you stay on yours. Because when you intertwine, darkness and light cannot intertwine. Can't. You might have some of these people in your family. It's like the scripture said, that are doing witchcraft. These witches. It's the devilish people. Evil people. You're not of that. Just because of what? Oh, you didn't choose them to be born into that family. You didn't choose to be born with people doing witchcraft and evil devils. You didn't want to be around that. You just happened to, God put you there. Maybe to show them some light. However, when you get wise and you wake up, you leave those people alone. It's people, you could save their life and they could literally curse you out the next day. I'm telling you, these are real experiences. And you guys might say, there's no way, Mr. Frederick, you've experienced all this. Yes, I have. I've experienced it all. I've gone through all of this. You get lied on. You get, everything you can imagine. And keep in mind, you haven't done anything to these people. Only thing you have done is give them another chance to come back around you. That was your biggest sin. When someone shows you who they are, like the late, great Maya Angelou said, believe them. I'm going to give you guys a few reasons why you need to understand this. One is they waste, they waste your time. One thing is they waste your time. Life is precious, family. God gives us a gift of life and waking up in abundance and breathing and walking and seeing and having fun and being able to smell of roses and whatever you enjoy doing. That's why I always end it with love what you do what you love. Okay? Life is beautiful. When you're around these type of people, they suck the beauty out of life. They waste time because they don't see life that way. They might actually get off on hurting people, including you. And you don't have any intention to hurt anyone. But they do. And if they see that light and that joy and that love in you, that angers them because they don't have that soul. They might not even have a soul. Okay? Could have sold it. Who knows? But life is too beautiful to surround yourself with these type of demonic individuals. I don't care how close they are born into you. Once you see them display a lack of care, lack of love for you, pay attention. See it as it is. Not what you want them to be cool. You want them to be nice. You want them to be fun. You want them to be loving. They're not. Now, they might wear a mask temporarily to get whatever they want. But trust me, in the end, that mask is going to slip. It's going to come off and you're going to see, there it is again. This is what it is, family. Okay, that's one. They waste your time. They distract you from doing real things, being around real people that can love you, that can have fun with you, that can help you on your mission. Whatever your purpose is, God has us all purposes for all of us. So they distract all of that. And they whether it's purpose, non-purpose, who cares? It's a distraction from things that really matter. Okay? And they're not worth it. They're unworthy. Okay, I always tell you guys, see things as they are, see people as they are, because understand that it's not worth you going around trying to convince somebody or trying to gaslight yourself that these people are going to change or be better. They are who they are. Not worthy of your jewels. They're not worthy of your pearls. Like the scripture says, do not cast your pearls among swine. You will be punished for it. Trust me. You're going to be punished if you put yourself around these people just by the fact that they are delaying you finding the right people to be around. Okay? They're haters. They're natural haters. They hate your shine. They hate everything about you. They're haters. They're not going to uplift you. When they see you ascending and doing better, they're going to try to tear you down. They feel as though that if you climb up and the better you do, that makes them look bad. So they don't want you to do well. But you're still going to do well regardless. But they don't want that. You might be rooting for them. Hey, I want the best for you. They don't want the best for you. They're jealous. These people have done things you probably don't know about. They're ashamed of who they are. That's first part of it. So you don't even know the real them. You don't even know all of who they are because they wear a mask. They're ashamed of themselves. So people that are living in those low vibrational states of mind and being, shame, blame, guilt, all of those things, people that are down there in that low vibration state, and you're up here in acceptance, love, not that you're perfect, it's just that you have made peace with yourself, okay? It's not that you are in a state of perfection. You've made peace with your shortcomings or your disappointments in life, or maybe when you let someone down, whatever it is, you don't feel good about someone let you down. You have made peace with that because you know in your heart you're a good person. These people haven't. They're users. So that's where the mask comes in. So what they'll do, they'll come around, and because of their natural state, they're born into, you being family. This is especially for family. Friends do it. Lovers do it. Anyone can do it. But the people that have the most access to you are going to be the ones that are your family and the ones you pick to be your lovers. Okay, so what these people do, they see you have a light, you have a shine, and they're like, you know what? I like that. I want some of that. They don't want you. They want the blessings, the protection, everything that comes with you because you have that light. You got that joy about you. They want to be a part of that. But they don't like you. They're envious and they hateful of you because they have that devilish Judas spirit in them. This could be your wife, your husband. Okay, someone you selected and you overlooked the negative because you wanted to see what you wanted to see. But that spirit is going to come out. They can't keep up the jig. The jig is up. They're going to play it for a while to see what they can get, how much they can suck out of you. And then as soon as they feel like they've sucked you dry, they're gone. or when you need them, when you're going that you're on a low part, or everybody have ups and downs. You're in a low part of your life. They disappear, nowhere to be found. Don't call you. They'll make it a point to make up a reason. Trust me, they'll create some sort of turmoil, it could be something small, minuscule. It don't matter. They never wanted you around anyway. They wanted to use you in any kind of way they could. Any kind of way, if you could assist them in helping them get to the next level, they'll use you. This create some sort of phony friction, okay? And you're like, what? I don't even get it. Why didn't you say this before? I didn't say this before because I need to use you. That's why. Okay? Keep these. Never trust someone like that. Someone that uses you and then they shape shift, wear masks, create all these illusions and phony beef to get away from you because they've used you. Never let that person back around you. Trust me, they're going to get you again. That spirit isn't changed. Remember that, people. They're pretenders. They pretend. They put on an act. They're great actors. They'll cry with you. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have did this. Stop it. And the Oscar goes to... This is what you're going to experience. You're literally in a performance. You might as well give them an Oscar right away. Give them the Oscar. They're the greatest actresses you're ever going to see in your life. Beware. Very dangerous because it's all phony. It's all performance. You see, family, remember, real does not change. Real is consistent. Yes, you're going to have your good and bad days. Everyone does. Yes, you're going to have, these people will even help create your bad days because they'll trigger you. They'll do stuff like, you'll have, reactive abuse. They'll stonewall you. They'll do all these sorts of things. And then when you're like, hey, what's going on? These are all things to get you to flip because they got nothing but Satan in them. Understand that. Your life would be so much better not having these people part of your life. If you see people like that, you're like, wow, I've had a peaceful life without these people around me. Trust me, they don't need to be around you. Trust me, I don't care. I'm one of those people. I'm a very loving person, very kind, and that's why I had to learn to protect myself from these people. You could do things for them. They'll break bread with you, eat with you. They don't care nothing about you. They're sitting laughing at you like, look at this dummy. Look at this idiot. This is what they're thinking. They don't know what I done said about them, but yes, you do know. When you're gifted from the Most High, you know everything they've done. You know everything. You're just showing them grace and mercy. Not anymore. It's enough grace and mercy for you. Let the world give you grace and mercy. Have mercy on your soul. Because God means for you to be around the right kind of people who are going to reciprocate that love. That good heart ain't meant for you to be around those snakes and fakes and phonies. Okay? You know what they've done. They don't know that because they don't know the Most High. They don't know that when you have that light, when God gives you gifts, when he gives certain people certain gifts, they have no concept of what kind of gifts. You might know, so much, they would have no clue. They wouldn't even believe it because they don't believe in God. So they don't even believe what you know. You know who the witches are. You know who the phonies are. You know who the Benedict Arnolds are. You know who the Judas. Before they even do it, They wouldn't understand why you don't say anything, why you let it go. But then when it comes a time to reveal, it is what it is. It's okay. And they're in competition. Last but not least, anyone, watch out for people, friends, family, foes. People that are in competition with you, beware of them. You want people to uplift you. You want people to be by your side, assist you in your mission. Okay, and you deserve that. This is for my loving people. This is for my people of light. This is not for the darkness. And yeah, a lot don't watch you. They watch you because they know you know who they are. They don't watch you because they like you. They watch you because they're like, damn, I didn't even know he knew all that. I can't believe he knew how to. You're not of God. You're of Satan. But you know more than they do. But yes, they watch you. They keep an eye on you. They're competing, seeing where you're going, seeing how they could throw it. They can't throw no brick in nothing. They can't throw a wrench in anything you're doing. Okay? They don't have the power to. But yes, they watch you, they monitor you, they want to know what you're doing because they're so insecure in there. Is he making more than me? Is he getting more shine? Is she? Does somebody like them better than me? You're on a whole different level. You don't care about any of that. You're doing what God told you to do. These people are not walking on your path. See things as they are, family. Very important. These are haters. These are haters to the umpteenth degree. No other way to put it. And the longer you keep these people away from you, the better off your life will be. I don't care how lonely you get. I don't care if you don't have a soul calling you all day. Don't call them. Okay? You want to be around people who are concerned about you, who care about you, who love you, who show you that. Not you got to call them all the time. They never call you. Man, you don't care about me. I don't care about you. Why should you? You could be sick. You could be laid up in the hospital. These people don't care. They only care about what you could do for them. That's all they ever cared about. And family, I understand a lot of us have kids and all that. Yes, you might feel for them when they're children. And obviously, if you're not with their mother or father or whatever, it's a rough situation. Things didn't work out. But understand, once they get grown, they're on their own. In the sense of, you might still love them, but they're who they are. You can't give them excuses. Oh, well, the mother, the father. No, forget all of that. They're who they are. When they show you who they are, hey, that's what it is. Because even as a youngster, you have a heart. You have sensibility. You have a brain. You know when someone is showing you love. You know when someone is showing you concern. You could write a card. You could literally be 7, 8 and say, hey, it's, daddy's birthday. Let me draw up a card. Happy birthday. No one has to tell you that. And yes, you're brainwashed. I get parental alienation. But at some point, if you have a brain, you could do calculus, you could do geometry, you could do all of that. You don't have common sense to say, hey, this person shows me love on my birthday on this day. Don't give all these excuses. I don't care if they're your children. I don't care who they are. The good-hearted person's curse, it's a gift and a curse, is excuses. Good-hearted people are constantly trying to figure out ways to see the good in everyone. And what you got to understand is you cannot see what ain't there. You can't see what ain't there. See it as it is. If it ain't shown, it ain't there. And stop making excuses for people. Oh, this is my brother. This is my, they had this happen to them. They had to stop it. The sooner you hold people accountable, and that includes yourself. If you hold yourself accountable, how can you not hold other people accountable? They're going to hold you accountable. They're going to bring up everything you ever did, whether it's intentional or unintentional, that hurt them or bothered them. You might even know, like, hey, I didn't even know. They don't care because they want to make an excuse to be the way they are. All they want to do is use and extract what they can from you. And that's why they're cut out of your life. You understand? Because God will not bring you people that love you if you keep people around you that don't love you. You're sending universe and God, you're saying, hey, I'm okay with this. And that's what you're going to keep getting. You okay with it? Let's give you some more. But soon as you close the door on that, bam, no more. I ain't going for that no more. Guess what? You're going to see your life go up. You're going to see yourself start to run into people that see you as you are, not as a story they wanted to create to make them, feel a certain way or to reinforce their whatever, whether you call it brainwashing. No, I don't believe in that. At some point, you're on your own in your thoughts. You become grown. You see the world. You're not stupid. You know how anybody could be bad, man or woman. You know all this. So what you got to understand, the universe responds to you. You keep that door open for people, keep coming back, playing these games and, all of that. You're going to get what you get. See it as it is. You got to show yourself a certain amount of love and respect at all times. And I preach that. The reason why is because God don't want you to be in a state of confusion. Anything that confuses you is not of God. It's of the devil. Okay, I don't care if it's coming from your mother, your father. Okay, these people could have straight up Satan in them. And you know, and it's unfortunate that you were born under them. Not saying you gotta be mean to them. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Because trust me, when they get a chance, they'll try to destroy you. They'll lie to your children. They'll do everything. Okay? And you gotta understand that your spirit, if it's good, if it's of light, you're never going to mix with these people. You're never going to be comfortable with them. You're never going to like them ever. Because light and dark can't mix. I don't care what kind of mask they wear. Again, if you marry someone like this, unfortunately, because it's very hard when you come up under bad people. It's very hard to you can identify it, but you have more confusion because your core of people you're around so bad. So it's very hard to go out into the world and then bring in good people. You don't come from good people. And you got to acknowledge that. They're going to lie. Of course, that's all they can do. All these people can do is lie. That's all they can do. And don't even try to fight the lies. Let them lie. Let them lie. And guess what? Over time, God's going to reveal everybody. This is a straight up liar. They're going to say you're insane. They're going to say every lie they can. Because that's what these people are. But when you get of age, okay, this for my people that's around 18, 20, you don't continue to lie. You got to see everything they've done that was wrong. You have to be honest with it. Don't carry that for years, because all you're doing is delaying the inevitable. Because all darkness will come to light. So if they were whatever to you, they were abusive, all that's going to come out. You're not going to hold that and walk with that forever. And when it does, again, they're going to lie. That's what they are. They're going to lie to people, lie about how they treat you today, how they treated you yesterday. This is the only weapon. Remember, they say the devil is a liar. The devil is the author, is the king of all lies. You understand? So you got to understand, you are more susceptible to pick more people that are like that too. But once you break the chain and you get rid of all of them, now you see the light. You're not letting anybody into your life like that. When you don't let people lie to you, I guess we've all lied. But at some point, you come clean and start telling the truth. These people don't come clean. These people are more interested in the image of fooling people that they're a good person instead of... Now, yes, good people can do bad things at times. But what shows you whether they're good or bad is not that they've done good or bad. It's the ability to repent. In order to repent, you stop what you're doing and you say, Lord, please forgive me. See that guy right there talking? That's the difference. We all are sinners. But it's the individual that say, you know what? I did it. Own it. Accountability makes a difference. When they can't do that and say, hey, yes, God, please forgive me. And then they go back. But when they try to present something to the world and keep lying, and that's the devil, man. That ain't no God in that person. Believe me, I'm telling you, the sooner you get that and you understand that and you walk with that, the better you'll be in your life, and you'll be able to identify real good people, and you can break that generational curse. And that's all it is. That's all it is, family. It's generational curse. And my job is to be the best I can be and uplift people so they can go forward in life and they can avoid some of the problems and things that I had. You know, when you alcoholism and you're smoking and you trying to distract yourself, you're partying all the time, you're just trying to find a feel-good outlet, okay? And you do that because you don't want to deal with the truth. That's why. That's not the way. The way is deal with your issues. Deal with your real history. Deal with where you are, and you go from there. And you don't care about who opposed you. You know your truth. Okay? God is the light. God is the truth. The Lord will bring you salvation. And you walk in that. You don't walk in darkness and lies. Okay? You're not afraid of the truth. You understand? Whatever you've done bad, you can face it. You're not going to sit and keep lying to people because you're walking with light. Remember that. See things as they are. Everything we do become a habit. Very important. All right, guys, I'm going to shift gears. I want to talk about a great jazz group that a lot of people don't really get a lot of credit, in my opinion, but they need to. Let's see here. And I've been listening to them for a while. Don't know if they're still performing. Okay, well, you know, they say they're R&B, but I was going to talk about Pieces of a Dream because they do have vocals. I guess to me they're more jazz. They are jazz. Out of Philadelphia, main member David Dyson. Looks like, let's get a little history on them. They have songs. Pieces of a Dream have several songs out here. Say La La, Warm Weather, Pieces, Steppers, D, Light, Mount Airy Groove, Club Jazz, Summer, It's Time for Love. They're a staple. They're a staple. I mean, you always want to see Pieces of a Dream. I don't know why I thought they were from D.C. I guess, Hindsight, Easy Road Home. Check them out, guys. Let me see, when did they come out? Get a little history on them. I highly recommend them. I like a lot of their music. Okay, so it's Michael Legrand composition, covered numerous artists, including Stanley Turrentine and Shirley Bassey. Okay, they came out in the 70s. Wow, late 70s. Composer Michel. Is that Michael Legrand? Hope I'm saying it right, guys. But you get the gist. They formed in 1976. Classic touch, a touch of class, Galaxy. Pieces of a Dream. Stanley Turrentine version of the song. Okay. Anyway, you get the point, guys. Check out Pieces of a Dream. And I will see you next time. Take care, guys. Remember, love what you do and do what you love.